Hey, what's going on guys? Arekkz here. Welcome back to some more Gamescom coverage, and this time I want to give you a chance to take a look at some new DLC for Trials Rising. Now Trials is a game that I haven't really covered on the channel before, but it's one of those games that I just play myself. I've been playing the Trials games for quite a long time, and I recently downloaded Trials Rising, of course, earlier in the year for my Nintendo Switch. And while I was at Gamescom, Ubisoft very kindly gave me an opportunity to check out some of the new content coming as part of the Crash and Sunburn expansion. This expansion launches later on this year, September 10th, for, of course, all the platforms that Trials Rising is available for, and as part of this, you get 37 new tracks. You, of course, get the rather cool and rather thematically fitting Jungle Explorer outfit, and there are 2 new bikes. Now, I had a chance to test out one of these in the demo, and that was the Alpaca. Now, this is really cool because if you guys have played Trials before, you'll be familiar with the typical control format. You have a rear-wheel drive bike. You, of course, use physics to lean your driver around so you can overcome all the obstacles, and that kind of becomes the default way you play. So, therefore, whenever you're positioning your bike, you have to factor in that the rear wheel is your driving wheel. So, whenever you're jumping onto things, that has to come into play. Well, the Alpaca is different because it's the first time we've had a front-wheel drive bike, and this means if you've been playing a lot of Trials games, you need to completely reprogram your mind, because the way that you approach obstacles, the way you approach, different challenges completely changes, because now you're suddenly switched from a point where you're normally trying to put your back wheel on stuff so that you can then rev up and drive up. You're now at the point where you can actually hook your front wheel on and kind of pull yourself up, which is actually really cool. So to that point, it makes some stages and some levels a little bit easier. Meanwhile, it makes some other ones a lot harder. What I mean by that is, of course, there are some stages where, naturally you would just hook your front wheel on, and then, if you didn't have the back wheel drive, you would, of course, fail. But now having the Alpaca means you can then pull yourself up. But sometimes you just need that driving force from the rear wheel, and then if you don't have that, it also makes some of the bigger jumps a little bit harder. So I had a lot of fun messing around with that. I did that in one of the tracks. The one you're seeing in the background at the moment is just a regular bike, but we will, of course, in this gameplay, take a look at the Alpaca. You'll notice it because it's actually the wheel that doesn't have any spokes in it. It's just like a weird sort of design, but very, very cool. It's kind of like a fun bike, but it's a lot of fun to, to mess around with. So for the time being, I'm gonna let you guys watch some gameplay. There's just a few tracks. There are, of course, plenty more. I only had a chance to play for about half an hour, give or take, so I didn't really get to explore everything, but this gives you a feel for some of the stuff that's coming in the Crash and Sunburn expansion. I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. Remember to hit that subscribe button and also click on the little bell icon to turn on notifications so you don't miss my next upload. Also, don't forget, you can check out TwoSixNine and Paradise Central streaming over on Twitch 6 days a week. You can find a link to the multi-stream in the description box down below. Be sure to drop by and get involved. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace out.